Hello. Hey, Lorena, Gabriel, Yara. Welcome, everybody. So we still have people coming. We are live on YouTube. Hey, Jack. Jack Maya. Good evening, my friend. Hello.
Hello.
Gabriel Vecchiato. Good to see you here.
Good to see you too. It's a long
talked,
time.
Yeah, I talked to your father today.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you know. Huh? We talked about you, and yeah, it was a really good conversation. Mariana, Charles, Cans, Heitor, João Victor, Eduardo, Barley, and Daniel Casimiro. Very good. Hey, people, so this is the last meeting of the day of the week, or the weekdays, right? Because we have Saturday and Sundays. We are still talking about hobbies, and I brought a topic that you already had a conversation, I think, yesterday with Victor, but I'm gonna bring other questions, and it's going to be easy peasy. Okay. Hey, Eduardo. Hello, my friend. Good to see you. I hope you're not driving. Okay. I hope you're not driving, please.
I am parking.
Okay.
Yes.
Very good. So, people, welcome aboard. Anyone here for the first time? Alguém pela primeira vez?
For me, it's the second.
Second
with you. Fourth in the whole.
Very good. Are you enjoying?
Yeah, very much.
Very good. Where are you from?
Portugal.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'll tell you already. The last time we spoke. I near Sintra.
Near Sintra, great. I have family around Aveiro.
Aveiro?
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's in the north.
Nice city.
Yeah.
It's like Venice.
Yeah, exactly. Like Venice. Yeah.
Very channels.
Yeah,
in the city.
very charming and very cool city. Well, let's talk about sports, and I'm gonna put the questions in here that I have. Just a second. I don't know if you play sports or not, or if you like. Yeah, this is somebody asked me this topic actually, you know. So that's the reason I brought this up. Okay. So this is the first group of questions, and I think I'm gonna get another one, and you can choose whatever questions you want to talk. So this is not a class, okay? We are not going to teach anything, but you're going to learn a lot, all right? Because you're going to practice your speaking, your listening, and you're gonna learn vocabulary. So let's see. And the second group of questions is in here. Okay, so basically same number, but they are different. Okay, different questions, right? Well, I'm going to divide you in small groups, and so you can have a better conversation with 5-6 people average. And in the main room, we're gonna have more people in here. So yeah, let me see. Okay. All right. So, all right. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to get some people in here with me and
Felipe,
others. Yep.
Sorry to interrupt you, but I guess the second group of questions are the same. They're not different.
Ah, it's the same.
Yes,
Oh,
I
yeah, it's the
have been
same.
comparing these questions to choose between them.
Yeah, so sorry. Let me do this. This is again the same questions and new questions. Now they are new. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
So the last two group of questions, they are new. They are different. Okay. So I hope you enjoy. I hope you have fun and see ya. Okay. Well, we have Lorena, Gabriel, Lino, Heitor, and João Victor in the main room. Okay. Very good. So let's start with presentations. Okay, I think I just don't remember Lorena and João Victor, but Gabriel and Heitor already know. Lorena, would you mind starting presenting yourself?
No, hello guys. I'm Lorena. I'm from Rio. I'm living in Rio now with my family. I'm friend of Sophia. You know, Felipe. I know you. You went in our building one day, but I'm not living there anymore. So I remember you.
Yeah, yeah. Your face is not, you know. Yeah, I think yeah.
Yeah, I think we met in one day that we saw watched BBB.
Yeah.
BBB. I don't know. I remember.
Yeah, Big Brother.
Nice to meet you guys.
Very good. Good to having you here. Gabriel, what about you?
I'm Gabriel. I'm from São Paulo, and I'm 20 years old.
Very good. Very good. Heitor, and you?
Hey, I'm Heitor. I'm 26 years old. I'm a dietitian nutritionist, and currently I'm doing my PhD in health science. That's it.
Great. João Victor.
Hi guys, good evening. Sorry for my camera, it's broken,
No
but I'm
problem.
gonna fix that. So I live in Bragança Paulista. It's a city near São Paulo. I'm 24 years old and I'm a biologist.
Nice. Very good. So I'm Philip, 33, live in São Paulo since I was born, but I have already lived in US, in Chicago, in 2011. And I have been to a lot of places. I have played a lot of sports. I did a triathlon already. I did climbing. I played tennis, volleyball, soccer. I think I tried all of the sports, but the ones I like most is, of course, swimming, climbing, and tennis. Though I do not play tennis anymore, but when I have the chance, I try. But this week I got back on swimming, and thank God I did it. So let's go. I'm gonna do different. You are going to choose the questions, each of you. So I'm going to start with João Victor. Okay, João Victor is going to pick one question to start. Then Heitor is going to pick up the second. Then Lorena, and then Gabriel. Okay. So João Victor, if you have already chosen, just ask the question.
So I'd like to start knowing more about what's the favorite sport about everyone. So I'm gonna start telling my favorite sport is volleyball. So I had a dream to become a volleyball player, but I didn't have height enough to do that. Yes, I'm not tall enough. But I really like to play volleyball. I think it's the things that I miss more during this quarantine. But I like to other sports like tennis. I used to play tennis, dance. I danced for a long period of my life, and I did box as well. So,
Nice.
any you guys? So, any you, Lorena?
I'm not good at sports, sorry about this, but I like to watch games. Volleyball games are my favorite to watch, I think. I don't like football a lot. I don't think it's very interesting in my opinion, but I like swimming and volleyball. These are my favorites. And I like running. I think that is the only sport that I'm good at. And you, Heitor?
I like soccer a lot. It is my favorite sport, undoubtedly. But I'm not good, so good in playing soccer. I can do that. In the weekends, for example, with my friends, okay, with some older people, I'm a good player in that situation. But yeah, I like to watch soccer in the TV, and I don't know if you know about Cartola. Cartola is a game, okay, and this is the unique game that I play, okay, and when I was a teenager, I only played soccer in my video game. So I really like soccer and soccer. It's a bit strange, but I already followed some basketball. I like WWE, for example, but it's not a sport. It's a show, you know. So I like
What is that? What is that?
a fight, a fighter.
Ah, okay, yeah. It's like UFC.
Yeah, but isn't real, okay? You know, are consisted of some actors, okay?
I know. Yeah, it's kind of funny to watch, like some
Yeah,
clips.
it is fun, and those guys are most muscular. You know, I like to lift some weights, but of course, I'm not a bodybuilder. I practice my train in order to maintain my health, but it's a bit hard to get the shape of on a bodybuilder. So I train every single day, my strength train, resistance train, along with some aerobic training as well, but in order to maintain my health. I can't be, unfortunately, I cannot be a bodybuilder. It would be amazing, okay, but I'm not a bodybuilder, and I follow the sport, the bodybuilding, like soccer, you know. So I like those sports. Bodybuilding can be considered a sport, and yeah, but strength training isn't necessarily a sport. Some athletes train resistance training in order to maintain a strength, for example, to prevent some injuries, stuff like that. So that's it. And soccer is awesome in terms of meet some international friends. For example, I have a colleague of mine who is from England, and some days ago we had some conversation about the Euro Cup, Italy versus England. You know,
Yeah.
So it's an opportunity to meet some, to know new friends, to have more subject to be discussed, stuff like that. That's all.
Very good. Very good. Very good. I think, Gabriel, you're the last to answer this one.
Okay. Actually, I don't like playing any sport, but if I choose a sport to play, I choose basketball because I think basketball is fun. It seems like it's fun. By the way, I don't like playing any sports, as I said, but 2 days ago, I started working out because I put on some kilos in quarantine and I need to lose these kilos, you know?
Yeah, it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm really fat. I'm in the worst, how can I say that? Worst shape ever, if I could say that. Yeah, I understand. Very good. Very good. Just being really summarized on this question, I think the favorite sport I have, it's all the ones in the water. All the ones in the water, like swimming in the sea, in a pool, scuba diving, wakeboard, surfing, all the sports I did, and I love them all just because of water, you know? So yeah, man, you cannot imagine how many sports I have tried in my entire life. Yeah, I haven't played golf, but one day I will, you know? Please, Lorena, you want to say something?
No, I was about to ask if you have tried Hawaiian canoe. Do you know that?
Yeah.
In my city, it's very popular because it's I live in Cabo Frio. There is a beach here, and I tried one class. It's very difficult, but it's so good because the landscape, it's so beautiful. And in the beginning of the day, when we start doing this, the rest of your day is different because of the energy and the feeling. It's really amazing.
Yeah, I have just tried those, you know, that you buy somewhere, but they are really not professional, you know, like just for fun, for weekends. Yeah. Very good. Who's next to choose a question? I think it's Heitor, right?
Yeah, it is me. And now I'm gonna bring the sardine.
I know.
To my grill, you know.
Yeah, I think I know which question you're gonna ask.
So it is a good phrase, but isn't used internationally to bring the sardine for our grill. So we have our Portuguese colleague here today, but he's in the other room, you know. So there's no problem in using that expression. And for example, yesterday I sent a photo of sardine in Brazil that I prepared for it. For example, I mix with some carrots, ketchup, and even with some password. And I sent a photo to my colleague for Portugal, and she said,
"Yeah, my grandpa, he's Portuguese. He loves sardine, you know."
Yeah.
Do you people know sardine? It's like the fish you have, you know, sardinha. You know,
yes.
Like sardine.
From
or pilchard.
Portugal like to eat only sardine with a bread, you know, and here in Brazil is a bit strange with this.
It's not so common to us.
Yeah. Well, so I'm gonna ask you about the question 5. Is football, soccer, the road?
I knew it. I knew it.
You need to be responded. So I'm going to start that question here. For me, yes, adopt. Because, for example, I've a friend from Portugal, and so we can discuss, for example, oh, Cristiano Ronaldo, oh, Neymar. I have a colleague from England, and we can discuss about soccer. But unfortunately, I cannot discuss about soccer with my colleagues from the United States, for Canada, from Iran, for example. It's a bit hard, but especially some friend of mine who lives in Europe, it is good to have
Very common.
some subject matter to be discussed. So it's an opportunity to learn new vocabulary regarding that game, and
Yeah.
it's a big challenge, but it's part of the process. And especially in Europe, where there's the best soccer around the world, and so is a mix of culture, and so it is amazing, man. So for me, adopted, I guess, it is the road sport due to the interaction of Europe and South America, especially.
Yeah.
That's it. Now I guess that João Vitor, your turn.
Hello. Yes, I think so. I agree with you, Heitor. But I think the soccer is the world sport because of the World Cup, you know. So I think what's the biggest competition in the world, and I always think it's the Olympic Games, and the other year we have the Pan American Games, and the other the World Cup. So it's a big event in all the world. So I think because of that, football is the most important. I don't say it's important, but the most famous sport in the world because it's so big. Because, for example, I really like volleyball, but the World Volleyball Games, it's not so big as the World Cup. So because of that, I think the fame of the football it's bigger, you know. Unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And you, Gabriel, what do you think?
I don't like either watching sports nor playing sports, but when I watch a game on TV, I like watching volleyball, you know, and basketball. And I think our Brazilian woman volleyball is amazing, you know. They're amazing to play volleyball.
And you, Lorena?
I think football is the world sport because now it involves a lot of money, and I think it's because of it. And for me, it's not the most important and the coolest sport at all. But I feel bad because women's football, they don't have the same visibility as the men. So as men, so I don't know. I don't understand how it happened. I think it's because of money and the media that invest a lot in these soccer players. But it's cool because if you travel to another country, you can discuss about football with everyone. I think everybody's connected because of football, and it's a kind of a simple sport to practice, and for poor people or rich people, it connects different social conditions with this for the same sport. So I think it's because of it.
Yeah, I see. That's you don't need like too many things to play, you know, soccer.
Just
You
a
don't
ball.
even, yeah, you don't even need a ball, a real ball. You can like fake it somehow, and people
Yes, use some socks and
yeah, exactly. And then you have soccer, yeah. Very good, very good.
Felipe, which team do you support? Corinthians, Flamengo, São Paulo?
Man, that's a tricky question. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I used to be really addicted to soccer, but I don't know what happened exactly that I got really bored about soccer and I don't follow it anymore. I like really don't care anymore. But the team that I have like a t-shirt, so some of them, the team I support is Palmeiras. And yeah. So but I'm not, like nowadays I just follow the only sport I follow for real every weekend is Formula One, like the race driving. So just that, and it's been a while since yeah, years ago. So Lorena, you choose the next question.
the questions number 7. Do you think sports stars have the best life? I think they have a really good life because they get a lot of money. They're super rich. But I think it's probably a very exhausting life because of the rhythm of trainings, and the pressure is very high, very strong. I don't know, especially in some dates like World Cup or Olympic Games. And it's difficult because if you are a sport star, you have a lot of responsibility and you have to work a lot. It's not easy. And you, Gabriel, what's your opinion?
It's a hard question to answer, but it's like yes and no at the same time. They have the best life because they have a lot of money, but on the other side, they feel like boring sometimes because they're famous and people just wanna talk to them. So yeah, that's it.
A lot of pictures, right? Flashes.
Yeah.
And João Victor, what do you think on this?
I think depends on what sports you play, because if you are start in soccer, if you play soccer, of course you began famous stars, like Neymar, Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi. But thinking in Brazil, I think there are so many sports that people simply don't know. So we just know when someone can win a gold medal in Olympic Games, and for a while, a short while, this person became very famous. But like two weeks ago, 2 weeks later, everyone forgets this person. And when you see the life story about this athlete, you see that even she or he won the golden medal, she or he is so poor because the sport's not famous. So I think depends on what your sport you play, And you, Heitor?
Well, for me, it was a good life, especially regarding a handful of example here. Let me see, in addition to soccer, basketball, volleyball, and football, American football. Those are popular sports, and therefore the athletes, especially the stars can make a huge amount of money. And money not necessarily is the best thing of life, but it's of pivotal importance, for example, regarding to have a better structure for the family, for the future of the family, you know. And the main problem in sports is that the athlete cannot perform the sport in a higher level. There are many years. It's possible, perhaps only during 1 or 2 decades, you know. That is the problem. So I guess it is fair to receive a huge amount of money for me, for the best athletes, because they are a demand. Many people have a dream to be an athlete, for example. So the athletes who are on the top deserve to make a huge amount of money. It's like, for example, some actors, stuff like that. And I like, I guess it is not necessarily a best life, but amazing life, especially consider that athletes who are in high levels can, for example, have their own airplane. Man, is amazing. So, of course, the routine is a bit strange sometimes, but it's necessary to handle it. To handle off the pressure is part of the process, and I guess it's a good life. There are some privilege in terms of having in terms of being a famous person. It's good for some athletes because it is a kind of motivation, you know. And so, yeah, that's it. It's my view.
Very good, very good. And I'm just thinking myself, what's the definition of best life? What do you understand by that?
Barbecue and beer.
Perfect.
Neymar's life. And pagode, because he just does this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jean Victor, what's the definition for you of
I really
best
agree
life?
with Lorena. But I think
I already have the beer. So just
yes, you
just
almost there.
half best life. No.
But I think for me it's not the best life, it's not a famous life, because if I could choose, I didn't choose to be a famous person. So I think the best life is live where you want. So I want to live in the beach with drinking beer and partying every day. So for me, it's the best life.
Yeah, I just remember the rock and roll night and party every day. That would be the best life, maybe.
Yes.
And you, Gabriel, what would be the best life for you?
The best life is when you play Fortnite, you know? It's an amazing game. You guys should play it. I love it. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. To be honest, the best life is when you're happy with something that you like.
Very good answer. Very good answer. I like that. Very good. I think Gabriel, want to choose the question now for everybody to answer?
Okay, let me see.
There's some tricky questions, the last two of each group. They are tricky to answer.
Okay, the second question. Why do so many people like sport?
Good question. How do you answer this one?
I don't know. I think because it's funny. Fun. I think because it's fun. So, for example, in Brazil, a lot of people like football because maybe it's because Brazil, it's because of the culture, I'd say. So I think many people like football, like soccer actually in our country because it's the culture. For example, if the sport that our country choose was like basketball, most of the people will like basketball. So yeah, that's it.
It's like in US, they like we are talking about football, but in US football it's something different. But in English, football is soccer, right? So
Yeah.
in US, I think I don't know, Heitor, if you correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not too I don't know too much about this, but I guess they like football like we do here to soccer in Brazil. I don't know, right?
Definitely.
So, and Heitor, why do so many people like sport? How can you answer this one?
Well, I guess because sport is a way that people can meet to watch that, not only movies, Netflix, but also we can meet in order to support a team. It is a way to have more, to show that we are patriot. And I don't know if that word is correct.
Yeah, I think it's like that.
So, yeah, I guess, for example, that, I'm not remember what I'm responding more, man.
It happens. It happens.
With a mental disorder, man.
Yeah.
Alzheimer's disease with 26 years old. Oh, man. Could you
It's Friday mood, I think.
reply the question?
Yeah, why do so many people like sports?
Yeah, that's it, man. Oh, my goodness. That question are in bold for me here.
Yeah.
So, it's a way to watch and support for a same team. And, man, it is so hard to achieve a higher level of sports. So it is necessary, a hard process, so many years of training a lot, eating proper foods, sleeping well, and sometimes it is necessary to have to spend less time, for example, study. So it is a big challenge. There are two ways of a teenager, I guess. A teenager can focus on sports, on the studies. Unfortunately, it's a bit hard to manage those ways at the same time. It's a bit hard. And also, not only the dedication, but also the genetics is of pivotal importance in that regard, man. For example, it would be amazing for me eat barbecue and have a beer without gaining fat, okay? But it would be crucial for me to born with a better genetics to eat some free barbecue and some beer, That's it.
Yeah, and I hope you're not drinking beer. No, I don't hope. I'm just kidding. Loren, anyway, why do you think people like sports?
I think people like sports because of the moment. Watching sports for Brazilian culture means bring people together and have a good moment of fun. But I also think it's because people are competitive and they want to watch something and feel good about sports. And you, João Victor, what's your opinion?
I agree with you, but I think there are two moments in this question. When you are playing sport and when you are watching some game. So I think that's two different feelings, you know? So talking about myself, when I'm playing volleyball, I'm just focused on my game. So I think it's a feeling just with me, you know? So I want to play my best, I want to do my best. So in the next week, I want to be better than now. So it's a feeling just with me. But when I'm watching a game, I think I can feel this feeling with my friends or another people. So I like sports because I can make new friendships with people that support the same theme than I, and because we have a similar subject to talking about. So it's the start of the friendship, and it's amazing. And also I think that I really like some specific athletes, like the personal lives, their opinion, and things like that. And when I'm watching a game with these athletes, I think I'm more I pay more attention in the game. Like, oh, I like this athlete. I agree with their opinion, and I want to I want to watch what they do, if he or she will make a good game, things like that. So I think it's a mix of emotions, and because of that, I'm a big fan of sports. And you, Gabriel?
No,
I already answered
Yeah.
the
Oh,
question.
sorry.
no
No
problem.
problem.
I'm gonna bring the last question for us to discuss in here. There is a statement from Richard M. Nixon. I don't know if he's the President Nixon or not. I don't know who's this person, but he said, "I don't know anything that builds the will to win better than competitive sports." Do you agree with this statement, Lorena?
I think so. I don't know. I think it's important, but sports, I think it's one thing that builds it, not the most important. It's because I'm not connected at sports, so I don't know if I'm the best person to answer this.
Who else? João Victor, what do you think? Is sports the best for this?
No, I don't think so. Because I know people that hate sports and are be competitive in their lives, you know. So that's the proof that it's not right. But I think that for me, sports helped me to become a competitive person. But at the same time, the sport cannot be so a positive thing, because some athletes are so too competitive, then it's became a bad thing for their lives, because they don't know how to lose
And I
around
think
them.
they forget some boundaries in some cases because
Mhm.
of this competition. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not healthy anymore. Anyway, Tur.
Well, man, this is only one example of the life. Undoubtedly, that is an excellent example, but always there are some things that motivates ourselves with respect to some competitive situations. For example, to get among a course at a university, there are some competition, and afterwards as well. For example, to get a job, unfortunately or fortunately, there are a huge competition in that scenario. And in the academy, there are a lot of competition, even between some professors and between some students. And so it is part of the process. And we live in a capitalism system, and therefore there are some competition between entrepreneur, some companies, and even the poverty. A poor person can be motivation by the simple fact to improve their life in terms of make some money, to have more stability. So when a poor people can overcome, okay, their life in terms of making more money, it is yeah, not necessarily is a type of competition, but this is a kind of motivation. So there are some competition between the jobs to get a better job, a position, a chief position, regardless of the country. In Brazil, in the United States, in the United Kingdom, in Europe, regardless of the country, there's always a competition.
Yeah, I think it's from human nature, right? To be competitor. Gabriel, very, very short. Do you agree with this statement?
Guys, I'm sorry. Actually, I didn't understand the code. So can you guys say that in other words, please?
Yeah, the guy is saying if basically he's saying that sports is the better way to develop competition inside people. Do you agree with that?
Like competition to be people.
No, competition to win, like to win, to be competitive. You think
I don't
sports,
think so.
Yeah?
I don't think so. I think everyone born like their way, everyone has a characteristic, and yeah, that's it.
Very good. Well, we have people back, Charles, Varley. Hey, Charles, how was the conversation? Which questions did your group answer?
Oh, it's awesome. Sport is a good subject. I'm not understand your question. Repeat, please.
Which questions your group answered?
Oh, the second question.
The second? Great.
Yes.
Very good, very good. And Mariana, and you, are you a sport addicted? Do you like sports? You hate sports?
I just don't like it. I don't hate anything, but I don't like it so much.
Yeah. So how was the topic for you? Like you don't like too much, but you had to talk about sports. How was the experience about talking about something like that?
It's kind of funny because I have to say no for all these questions because I don't really like sports. So I have to explain my point of view. So that's it. But it's always good to talk about things that other people like, you don't. So
yeah,
it's good.
and this is the magic about TNT, because sometimes you just want to be in a cozy place talking about things you enjoy, but then you're not opening your mind, you're not developing yourself. And we are not here just to speak. We are here also to listen, you know? So to develop our listening skills, and not just, about English, but the skill to really listen to someone. We are always trying to speak and speak and speak, and we are not calming ourselves down and okay, let's listen a little bit. So Yara, how is your relationship with sports?
I'm not the greatest fan, but I try to. I don't watch it very, very often. It's more like a social activity for me when there are groups of friends or family watching, and then I'm more there for them rather than for the sport itself. But yeah, I don't have a particular problem with sports, but it's not like a priority for me. But it was nice to talk with in our group, because we had different opinions and different backgrounds, I guess, for these opinions. So it was nice.
Great. And let me hear from my dear friend Gabriel. I know you are a sport addicted, but not like the sports like soccer or things like that. You have another kind of sport, right? That you like.
Right, the games.
Yes. So, which do you play sports like soccer or other kind of sports? No. Just
I
games.
just see all the time in my computer plays the games.
Great. But do you play like games about like soccer, about things like that?
Not so
Volleyball?
much. It's like I don't know. It's not so much. Well, always no. It's not so much. I play on other games. But yes, I play. Not a lot, like some
What-
people's, but I play.
What's your favorite game ever?
Minecraft. It's my favorite game. I played this game for 7 years.
Wow. So you need to teach me how to play, because I'm really curious about Minecraft actually.
It's great.
Very good. I'm gonna get some tips from you. And the others, let me get Daniel, Casimiro. Did you have fun? Did you enjoy the topic, the questions?
Yeah. First of all, I don't like sports. I'm lazy man. So when I saw the topic, I thought it would be so difficult to talk about it, but we have fun together in our room. It was awesome to talk about it with the others.
Very good. And all of you, you're getting ready to talk in English with anyone about anything. Okay. So of course we are not going really deep in the topics, but you have kind of like, now you have some information. So next time you meet someone who is really, in love with sports, like for example, Heitor, he loves sports. And so now you can talk a little bit and you can say, oh, I met someone, he talks about sport and he loves this and that. So this is really good on our journey about talking to people and exchanging ideas. And that's the goal we have here on TNT. We are not here to learn just a language. We are here to create a bond and create some connections and share, exchange, teach, learn, and more than that, to have fun. And people from a lot of different places, different ages, different backgrounds. So this is awesome. So I want to thank you all for coming tonight. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. Sharp, we are going to talk about developing activity under this subject hobbies that we have the whole week. So if you want to be part of it, I think it's already full. There's no spot left. But if you are in the WhatsApp group, you're going to get access to it. And I hope to see some faces early. Not too early. 10 a.m. is not too early. Come on. Saturday, 10 a.m. It's like, it's okay already, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? No?
I'll be there.
I'll be helping my parents at work, so I can
I
join
get
the
it.
meeting.
Very good. So thank you. Have a great night. Enjoy your Friday night and your weekend, and see you. Bye-bye. Take care, everybody.
See you. Thank
See
you.
you
Bye.
guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Lorena.
I see you tomorrow. Bye bye.
See you, Eduardo, Varley.